Hello, everyone. Uh, I'm here making the life in Bobby's position because big news. We got DHop. Um, I don't know why Bobby's asleep at the wheel, but hey, let's give this a shot. Um, so we know that we needed a wide receiver. Now we got it on DHop. Is it a Ravens move? Oh, it's gonna be 1,000% Ravens move. I mean, how 33 years old. I'm trying to find a tweet right now, but yeah, 33 years old. Um, getting surgery on his knee, or I think he just got surgery on his knee. So imagine that. Imagine that. Let me share this real quick. There we go. There it is. There it is. You know, we're signing DHop. It is a $5 million deal for 1 year, but it can be for $6 million because of incentives. Do we actually like the move? Do we not? Let you decide. Come on. Here it is. So that's the big news right now. The other news, Mollett is gone. Williams is out. I'm more surprised about Mollett in a way, just because of the corner depth. Expected, yeah. But on the other side, it's like, well, I mean, we got their Darius thing going on, so we haven't signed him yet. Wiggins is okay, but Marlon is aging, so we're gonna need another one beside Wiggins because, to be honest, how I look at it is Wiggins is Marlon's replacement, plain and simple. So we're gonna need. I don't know who's gonna be on the other side with Wiggins, pending Humphrey going. Not because of injury, not, more so like, hey, I cannot give my all. I don't want to transition to safety because it's taxing. So even though he might be at safety, not because he's slow, but I don't think he wants to. Just more so because of how he is. So on that front, we got to start thinking about it. Williams, hell, I expected Williams to be cut during the season, during last season. So, anyways, you just give me 1 second. I'm just doing Bobby's job. I mean, I got no issue with Bobby not going live right now because of the big news. It's just, you know, um, I got no issue covering for him. I mean, he has his live. If I can cover. If not, well, there it is. So let me see if. First of all, I want to see the comments because I really want to get you guys up here. No camera required, just your audio. On it. So yeah, let me drop it. Okay, there we go. License. All right. How do I? Okay, going back to the DHop thing. Now that I have sit a little over here. Um, to be honest, this tells me more about what's going to happen to Andrews more so than how the offense is going to operate. Because let's be honest, you get DHop, you got Say, you got Bait. You're set for three wide receiver type offense. You're set for a 1-3 or maybe Likely and Kohler because I don't see them keeping Andrews on this one. If you made that type of move, keeping Andrews, that's gonna stress a lot. So I don't know about that one. I don't know if unless Andrews makes a new deal or says, you know what, let's make an extension type deal in which this year I only take, let's say, 2 million, and down the line we can stretch it. For the 11 million that you owe me, I stay with years, and we can generate it as a cheap in a sense of way. Um, will Andrews take that cut? I don't know. I simply don't know if Andrews is going to take that cut, simply because um, the type of tight end that he is. And if the type of tight end that he is commands money and he wants money in order to stay in Baltimore, hey, no issue, as we say, go get that bread. Um, Other than that, if he wants to stay with Lamar on a cheap, that's another thing that we got to discuss. It's during this whole shenanigans of free agency. Is Lamar going to command another deal? Are they going to extend him in the way that Josh Allen? I see that deal as a, well, the media says it as a no brainer. In my opinion, that deal spells trouble because even if you have uh, the money for it, but you don't know what needs are going to happen down the line, because even though you might say, okay, we got the draft, the Josh Allen type of deal is like, hey, but what about, um, hey, all of a sudden it's like one of your weapons, either defense or offense, starts to get injured, or before the contract expires, their shenanigans like in with the Browns, with Miles Garrett demanding more money for the contract, or it's like, I want my money. I have produced. I want my money. It's like, I'm not taking discounts, or trade me, because I'm not happy. It's like, and you might say, well, who wants to be traded from the Bills? May I remind you that they haven't been able to get over the hump? So, like Stephon Diggs, they're not happy there, even though they're reaching the playoffs, but they're not getting past Mahomes, and they're going to get frustrated. So, obviously, they're going to say, hey, what about this? So, that's things to consider. And if you're going to make a deal for Lamar, I expect him to, from his contract right now, just extend the years. Don't add money. Just extend the years so you can spread the money a little bit more further. Because I think you can, if you're ADC, you can actually tell him, we're just going to spread your money a little bit more. And if you want more money down the line, we can make it so as incentives, MVPs, 4,000 yards, 800 yards rushing, or a certain amount of touchdowns, passing, things like that can actually benefit not only Lamar but also the team. Reach a certain amount of touchdowns, get us into the playoffs as the second seed, and you receive this bonus, or the first, things like that can actually work. And Lamar is motivated, those for those types of incentives. I see no problem. Excuse me. No problem with that one. Um, so on that regards, let's see what happens. On the other hand, um, hey Chronix, how are you, man? Um, on the other hand, oh Chronix, if you want to come up, no camera required, just mic. Uh, Devontae Adams getting to the Rams. Oh, unless the Rams is going for Ward or Shadur, because right now they have certain pieces for Shadur or Ward to actually make progress in their first year, and then on the second year in the draft where quarterbacks are going, instead of focusing on a quarterback, you actually have your quarterback, and now you're just getting the pieces. You're not worried uh, about your main piece. So if they draft Shadur or Ward, Devontae is going to be great because he's going to help that quarterback. Um, yeah, I know that they pay Matthew Stafford, but can you imagine like Stafford just calling it out and it's like I'm too old or too injured? Shadur or Ward over there, he would be a perfect backup because you add mobility and you're helping Shadur with the passing. Remember, Matthew Stafford is more of a passer than a runner, obviously, but he can actually help you. Hey, Jabo, he can actually help you, those cues on passing, those, like, he can actually share his mind with Shador or Ward. Uh, but that's the Rams. That's me thinking on the Rams. For Devontae and Stafford, yeah, it's a good combo, but if it was what 2011, 2013, almost. So it's like a blast from the past, but right now it's not a wow move. Um, I actually want to hear more about your thoughts on what's going to happen to Andrews now that we acquired DHop. Do you think he's going to be traded, or do you think that he's going to go on a cheap extension? Because that's going to be an interesting thought. I don't see. I think Bobby's on the walk. I need to message him. Let me see if I can get a message to him. But yeah, if I look at it, after Matthew, we could have Jimmy G as a bridge here, and then like three. Jimmy G. Hmm. You know, there's a quarterback that I actually want to see his progress. I want to see his progress on Archie Manning. Like I said with Bobby today, I was like, Archie Manning is going to be interesting the next year because he's going to be eligible. Andrews might have had a shit. Yeah, it's like he's a cornerstone for Lamar offense. Here's my take, and I think many would agree with it. When it's playoff time, he hasn't showed up. The first win that Lamar had in the playoffs against the Titans, he was dropping the ball a lot. He had, I think, just two catches in that game that he barely had it in his hands. So that's the thing, and it was more so passes towards Hollywood, runs by J.K. and shit. Who was our other tight end? It wasn't Hurst. I think it was also Patrick Ricard. It was shit. I don't know, but yeah. And last game that he had, damn. Archie's Manning is better than Quinn. I don't care. Yeah, well, we gotta see. We gotta see. There's some interesting moves happening right now. They're you can say what the fuck moves. Rogers is if Rogers finds himself against the Steelers, I don't doubt that the fucking NFL calendar boys are gonna have a field day with putting Lamar versus Rogers on prime time. And but if it's like, hey, Rogers gets injured again because a shitty O line, playoffs. Yes, I'm with you. I'm with you, Chronix. It's like give him the ball in the regular season. Don't give him on the playoffs. Give it to Likely. Kolar actually got if I believe he got a pass in playoffs. So yeah, Big Ben. I don't think he wants to go back. Not after what they did to him. Not off the field, but more so on the field. It's like they knew that the offense wasn't working. They were trying to make him play as if he was still young when he knew he wasn't still young. So I don't know. I don't know. Uh, I wouldn't. As a quarterback, though, I think I would give him more so as a coach. Yeah, if he wants to be, uh, hey Chris, um, if Big Ben wants to go back to the Steelers, I see him more as a QB coach than as a player. I don't see him as a. If they get Aaron Rodgers, well, yeah, because of his ego. That's that's the thing. Hey, if you want to come up, just audio. You don't need you don't need a camera. If you want to come up over here, you post it over here. I see on the Discord that Big Bird, big fan, 123 said 50 touchdowns. Hey, if you want to come up, there's a link. Just click the link. You don't need the camera with me. You just need the audio. The mic in order for it to, uh, give your thoughts on it. Same with you, Chris. I know you're camera shy, but at least you're not mic shy. Um, you know what I think? I think Tom Brady's with Vegas, and we know that Shador is a big fan of Brady, and Dion respects Brady. So unless they build a team for Shador like this year, hey, if Shador becomes a problem for Mahomes and for Herbert, hell, it was like the Raiders went from a bye week. Well, not for the Ravens, because God damn it, twice. That's support. Um, from being a bye week to a very dangerous team. So a lot of interesting moves. Now we gotta. All right, device not connected. There will be connections. Okay. Let's welcome you, ladies first.
Nanny!
Hey, what's up, Chris?
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Uh, your thoughts on DHop while I turn on the lights?
I'm very, very, very excited about Hopkins in Baltimore. I know a lot of people have a lot of shit to say about him being over 30, but I'm excited about it. I feel like he did decent when he was targeted in Kansas City. He was decent before then. So I'm
Yeah.
excited to see what he's gonna do in Baltimore.
Hey.
Ignore my background.
Yeah, we got Tila in the house. I'm covering. Hey, I'm covering for Bobby. Bobby ain't here.
Bobby pissing me off.
Hey, you got him a girl.
I do have him a girl. Whenever he's ready, she's so pretty. She's cool as shit. I'm about to be with her in about 15 minutes. We're about to go get her so she can party with us.
Hey, be safe out there.
Well, we're gonna be in the house. We're not gonna really be in the streets, so we'll definitely be safe.
All right, all right.
But yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait. I can't wait. And you know what? Here's my thing.
Yeah,
We probably need two more, maybe three more people. One on the offensive line. Because
yeah.
you know I cannot get down with Fa Lele. I cannot. Fa la 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 pisses me off.
La 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 la.
Yeah. So I'm good with having like a backup for him because I know he's going to end up injured this season. It's
Yeah,
something in me telling me he's going to end up injured this season. So I'm good for having a backup for him. But then we need one more person that's going to be on the defensive line that's going to open a hole so that we can actually get to the quarterback because that's our problem. We can't get to the quarterback. We have no clue of how to do it like consistently.
yeah,
If we can do it consistently, I'll be happy. That's our only issue to replace someone else on the offensive line. Hopefully, fa la 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 la, and then get another defensive lineman that can help them get to the quarterback.
yeah. Let me add Krenix real quick. But yeah, I agree with you. We need. I think our needs on the first round is either a guard or a
Right.
tackle or a defensive. I I think a defensive end because and a little bit
Hi.
of change of scheme. Hey, Chronix.
Can you all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right.
Hey, uh, quickly,
Um.
your
uh,
thoughts on DHop?
uh, well, as a semi-Titans fan, I honestly just did not want him to leave the Tennessee. But when he went to the Chiefs, I figured that they would keep him for a while just because he's D-Hop, surefire hands. Ravens signing him, they needed a lot of help. I mean, they do have Zay Flowers, big man, Rashad Bateman. I don't buy into Rashad Bateman at all. I do like the Ravens. I just don't think Rashad
Wow.
Bateman's that guy.
I
Yeah,
don't
I
think the
think
Chiefs knew how to use D Hop. They rarely
you know
targeted him, and he was a big time target.
yeah,
I do get that their receiving room was banged up to the point where they were just in hospital at that point. But at the same time, D Hop, even though he was traded there mid season, he still was their receiving leader. So he had almost 1,000 yards, like 962 yards. Let me pull it up.
Well, as a Titans fan, I
906.
just want to thank you for Henry. You're so we're so appreciative for him, so thank you for him.
To who?
Henry.
Oh, okay, never mind. But but so I'm pulling it up. 916 yards off of
yeah,
32 catches and 7 touchdowns. Even though he was traded there mid-season, that's still they should have kept him. I don't know.
They definitely should have targeted him more, but I'm glad they didn't. So I'm happy he is with us this year.
Yeah.
here's my thing is that 3 years ago, I think everybody would have been ecstatic if we got D Hop, just because he just barely reached 30, and
Well,
he would have helped a lot on Lamar on this new offense because then you got a guy that's 50 blah, 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 50 ball, and if you scheme plays with 50-50 ball, then imagine right now instead of likely that it's a tight end that he can go get it, a wide receiver that can go get it, and he's still fast. I mean, how much trouble are you going to have then covering, say that it's a speedster slot or Bateman that has sneaky speed once he's there on the open field? But you know what?
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Okay, Minnie, I'm gonna hop off because I'm about to ride, but I'll still be on the live.
Yeah, no issue, Chris. Thank you for coming up and giving your thoughts. Just one quick question.
Okay.
Do you see Andrew staying on the team after this move or not?
Honestly, I see
Ooh,
them
that's a good
keeping
question.
him only because tomorrow they have to honor that incentive that they have in his contract. So I see them keeping him.
All right. All right. Well, thank you for coming up. Uh, hey, I just messaged Bobby, so let's see. Let's see if he
We'll
has.
see. We'll see.
Oh, Manny, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Cone.
I was wondering if you could turn up your mic.
Up?
Yeah.
Wait. Uh, maybe because I'm a little bit far. Can you hear me better now?
Oh, yeah. It's good now.
Yeah, it's just I got the computer a little bit far. Just
Okay.
yeah, no worries. Um, but yeah, I think she brings an interesting point. The incentive with Andrews. Um, I s- I don't know. Even if you keep him, how do you use him?
Well,
Because
like I said before, I mean, you can just look at his past years. He sucks in the playoffs. Okay, he's just a playoff choke. Josh Allen is a tight end. Okay, so he's just you don't use him in the playoffs, but I do think he's going to be like Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown, you look at his statistics during the like playoff runs that the Steelers had all back then. He
yeah,
just was not a factor in the playoffs, but he's Antonio Brown. He's a near Hall of Famer for a reason because he was a regular season god. I feel like that's
yeah.
what they need to make Mark Andrews. Or you could just send Mark Andrews on a block every single play in the playoffs and just let him be physical and aggressive like he, usually is.
I mean, I'm
Let me ask
I'm
you a question.
I'm after what happened, like right at a heated moment. You can ask Mike. Uh, I was willing to just, cut him.
That would be great.
Yeah,
That
it's
would,
like everybody's feeling was cut him. He just dropped the
yeah,
time,
that's
the game tying 2-point conversion, like right on his hands. And if I remember my um, high school football coach, is that ball touches your hands,
you grab it.
ball that you should have caught. Doesn't matter your position. If the ball touches your hands, you should have caught the ball.
That
Uh,
yeah, no, he definitely just whiffed there. I don't know about the 2 point conversion. I didn't watch the entirety of that game, but I do know Mark Andrews just like stunk at the end. I did not see the 2 point conversion, but if it like touches hands like it did the other play, he's
yeah,
just that was bad. But still, I mean, you got to think statistics. Like I know that might not know this, but the Ravens, if they cut him now, they would have to pay about $16 million in cap space just off of release mandate. So I don't that would just wouldn't be good statistically, but he is a good trade package. He is a good trade package. I don't think they're going to trade him. I really don't. I think he's just too
I
good in the
th-
regular season to trade him.
I think just because maybe Kolar is not Andrews or likely, but
Real
there's
quick.
few
I do
games.
think that Likely is a better tight end.
Yeah, likely is. Oh, definitely likely is a better tight end and has better chemistry than with Lamar than Andrews with Lamar. Uh, I don't know what it is. It's just like those the time that Andrews was injured, likely responded far beyond what Andrews would have responded if Lamar was in a pinch. I don't know what it was on the chemistry level, but it's just I think Lamar needs a 50-50 ball guy. We got it with DHop now,
Yeah.
but on wide receiver because we needed it at wide receiver, not a tight end. And
Well, and one more thing,
yeah,
unless John Harbaugh or which Harbaugh brother even coaches the Ravens now? I can't even remember.
John
John.
coaches
John.
is the Ravens. Jim coaches is the Chargers. Although I
Okay.
would have liked to see imagine if Jim, instead of going to the Chargers, he would have been right now with the Commanders and then going to the Chargers.
Oh, the Commanders just would not have done as good. That's what I have to say about that. I know that Jim Harbaugh is a legend, but at the same time, the Commanders they had their perfect coach. I don't think that the I forgot his name. Correct me
Dan,
if I'm wrong.
yeah,
Um, but the Commanders coach is just like so well in tune with everybody there.
Dan Quinn.
You're not. Yeah, Dan Quinn. Yeah, thank you so much. Dan Quinn is just never leaving Washington. If he does, then that's the
No,
day that
after what happened last season, it's like,
even before
yeah,
they
he's
started getting
staying.
good.
He's staying. He's a savior. I
Oh
think
yeah,
not only that, it's like the new owners knew exactly. It's like, okay, we need to hire a GM that can actually help this team to become what they were on the, I think it was on the 70s,
Manny, you
70s,
have ESPN.
70s or 60s, which the Redskins were very dangerous against team. Uh, I think it was in the 70s. That they were always
The
fighting against the
70s
Cowboys.
the the Commanders in the 80s, like early 80s, late 70s were the time when they were in their peak.
Yeah, so they were very dangerous, and I think they nail it on GM. They nail it at not only head coach but defensive
Defensive
coordinator,
coordinator.
offensive coordinator.
I don't know
Jaden,
about their offensive coordinator.
um, I mean, they reached the NFC Championship.
Yeah, and
That's
then guess what happened in that game?
yeah. They I know that they suck against the Eagles, but
It's the
they
Eagles. Come on.
commending the Eagles. I think this is one of the things that I'm just. Why hasn't EDC done this? Like you're known for defense, not necessarily for offense. Why
Well,
haven't you gotten D boys? You know, D line boys um, like Philadelphia did. If you remember, I think it was 2 years ago. They finished building the Georgia D line. They literally
oh yeah,
they literally got three Georgia guys that were on the national championship,
and they just
and
absolutely
and right now they're paying in playoff wins and in the Super Bowl win of this year that just passed because those three boys just went to town with one other extra guy and that's it. They just
Oh
went
yeah.
to town, and that tells you the the talent that they have. And it's like I understand you're drafting high, but the amount of draft picks that you have, it's like I don't know if you watch Engraven.
What'd you say?
Engraven Bits. I don't know if you have watched or heard of him, but
I've heard of it, never watched them.
he always says quality versus quantity. You got a lot
Oh
of
yeah.
draft picks. You're not going to keep them all. Sacrifice a little bit, to move forward to get this player or the other player because what was it? I think it was on 2020. Yes, it was on 2020. Who from 2020 remains?
Um, like offense or defense?
Both.
Well, um, AJ Brown.
No,
Dallas.
from the Ravens.
Oh, from the Ravens. Well, I mean, that's a good one. Well, Lamar Jackson, but didn't isn't that the year that he didn't play?
No, 2020. Not on. It's the year that he finished, but I think who was it on 2020? Oh, Chris is saying Bobby's going live. Took you long enough. Let me Google 2020 Ravens draft, but I feel like there was no one that remains. Oh yeah, no one remains. We drafted Patrick Queen. We drafted Malik Harrison. Tyree Phillips is gone. Ben Bredesen is gone. The
Oh,
only
that's
one
the
that
year that they had that horrible draft.
yes. Um,
Remember that's the year that they just completely whiffed on like every single pick.
Devin
Uh,
Duvernay is gone. Uh, Metabiki is the only one that has stayed and produced, but
Matabike?
yeah,
Isn't he
Metabiki.
there right in? Like
It's our
Nadi
DG.
Matabike?
Not
Yeah.
Nambi. It's Justin Man. His full name is Justin Namdi Marabike.
I know it used to be Justin, and then he changed it to Nambi.
Yeah. And then Broderick Washington. Yeah, it's just from seven guys. No, seven guys? One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10. From 10 guys, only two. Two guys
Oh my god.
have produced and remained.
Well, that's kind of like the 2016 Jacksonville Jaguars. Their defense, at least. Not look up who remains on the Jaguars that year. They're either retired or they just stayed 1 year. It was a stint. Only person that, and he wasn't even there really that year, was Eric Armstead, and then he left for the 49ers and then a bunch of other teams. And now he's back there. But the only person that actually consistently stayed there was, let's see, no one. They if you're
Yeah.
ready for a topic of discussion, I kind of want to talk about like teams that have just bought a Super Bowl or bought a championship in the free agency, like the
Rams.
2022.
The Rams have uh the Rams have gone to the year 2021. They literally bet on everything. They sacrificed their draft to getting the
That's
players that they
one.
needed, and it paid off. It literally paid off, and you saw it every fucking game. Sorry for the language,
Oh, it's good.
but every time you saw it, and even the times that they lost, it was like a 3 point. It was very close. Bless you. So now that you have um, sacrifice and you've seen that you have the time, because that was Aaron Donald with Von Miller on
Oh yeah,
defense.
and
You had
don't
Jalen
Chris.
Ramsey as corner. I can't remember who the safety was, but he was amazing. On the other
Jalen
side,
was our free safety in 2020, in the
yeah.
2020, the year that we won the
And
Super Bowl.
then you had on the other side, you had Cooper Cup. You have obviously Matthew Stafford, still in a sense of way of his prime.
Kyron Williams in his sophomore year was pretty good.
You had the tight end Higby.
Tyler
You
Higbee.
had um,
Our O line was incredible that year. Kevin Dotson. We had Tyler Linderbaum. Was it? Is that his name?
no, that was in 2022. But they had Odell Beckham Jr. before he went out.
Oh yeah,
He was
Odell.
he was
I
producing,
hate Odell.
and then he went down on that Super Bowl, and everything fell on Cooper Cup. But still, they were there, and they got you a Super Bowl on the house.
Yeah,
I mean,
another team like that that just kind of bought themselves a Super Bowl is the Bucks. People
yeah,
don't think
Bucks
about that,
year
but like,
prior.
yeah, that was like Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski, Antonio Brown, Julio Jones, Le'Veon Bell, Doug Martin. Who else? Oh yeah,
Fournette.
oh yeah, Quan
Well,
Alexander, Fries. All of those guys, they were just they. Nobody had them before that. Like
yeah,
they were
they
not a Bucks team.
they went all in, and it paid off. And yet, and here's the thing. I've discussed this with Mike and a few others. look
Yep.
at the fandoms right now of the Bucks, of the Rams, um, not the Chiefs. The Chiefs, obviously, they have, but look at those two specifically. They have went all in, and they got a championship.
Well, so
Right
also the
now,
Jags.
I
But
don't
the Jags.
see any of them complaining right now because they recently got there and won.
Yeah.
So
Well,
us Ravens, if we went all in and we win it, and even though we pay the price like for 2 3 years, but it was worth it because you got there, you achieve it, and even though it takes you 2 to 3 years, we're you're not complaining. It's
oh
like,
no,
yeah,
you
but
won
like,
Super.
yeah, it's like I just won recently. It was like I can wait 2 3 years for to rebuild on the draft as I
That's
should.
like the that is exactly like uh crap the Patriots from 2019. They're still lingering on that. I know that that they're trash now, but like for a long time they were still lingering on the fact that they won the Super Bowl. They were not mad about losing.
Yeah,
They are now because it's been like years, but still, if you
yeah,
win a Super Bowl, that's automatic satisfactory for like years to come.
yeah,
Even if you make the Super Bowl, take a look at Cincinnati. Even though they are like demons when it comes to uh like regular season, and we haven't seen them in the postseason like once
yeah.
since their Super Bowl, but still, they are still perfectly happy with that because they made a Super Bowl. They know they're capable. Well,
Yes,
they have lost a lot of players since then, but they also have brought back a lot of players.
yeah.
Um, Manny, did you see who just got signed from the free agency to the New York
Right
Jets?
now,
Yes, I just got a tweet from Adam Schefter.
no. Who has?
They have signed off of waivers Emmanuel Forbes Jr. from the Los Angeles Rams.
Wait,
This is now the third team that he has been on in 1 year.
who? Adam,
Exactly.
Adam Shifter.
Yeah.
All right, let me. Former Rams Demarcus Robinson has signed to 2 year 9.5 deal to the 49ers.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I read that wrong. So yeah, the 49ers. Demarcus Robinson was, or if you don't, do you remember the 2022? Did you watch that Super Bowl?
Yeah, yeah, that was with Greg Roman.
Yes, that was the game that Demarcus Robinson had his 98-yard touchdown reception. Other than that, he has not done anything. But still, I don't know why we would let him go. He was because now we've lost Cooper Cup.
Yeah,
We've not we have lost another former Super Bowl championship in a Demarcus Robinson. What's now? I mean, yeah, we have Devontae Adams, but who knows if that'll pan out? I really don't accept Devontae Adams. He's old. I know that he's good, but like, how good will he be in his 35-year-old state? Puka Nakua, he's Puka Nakua. I don't know why. We're literally turning into um, we're just turning into the Seahawks at this point. What is going on with NFC West? Like
yeah,
the 49ers lose all of their players. The Rams and the Seahawks lose all of their receivers. The Cardinals are winning, even though they haven't done anything.
yeah. But I think what the Cardinals did, and I think it's more so the mess that the GM and Cliff Kingsbury has had with the team, just because the general manager was, I think they had a little fight in there, so that's why there were like hell years with
Oh yeah.
Murray.
Well,
I
I
think
think Kyler Murray can turn into something.
Kyler Murray. Here's the thing. I think it's not only the injury that has sidelined him too much, but it's more so like I think
He's not God.
nobody knew how to use him. It's just like Greg Roman is like never knew how to use Lamar outside of just running.
exactly.
And I
They
and I
just,
think
I think they use him more as a running back. They're just going to go ahead and sign Aaron Rodgers and move him to running back. I'm calling it.
yeah, but this last year, Arizona was competitive. I think they just find
For the
because
first half.
Marvin Harrison Jr. was the prime
Oh yeah,
target
Marvin Harrison
for
was.
Tyler, and you're like, yeah, that's gonna be a combo to watch later on. I think they just figured out that you can just fuck it, it is down there somewhere, just like a Burrow with Chase. If Chase remains with the Bengals, because
Oh, Chase.
Higgins is out.
Do you not?
Higgins
Did you
is
not?
out. Higgins is a free agent. Um,
Higgins got re-signed, franchise tag.
I
He was
haven't
one of the
seen
two.
him re-signed.
He was Trey Smith and T Higgins were the only franchise tags at all this year.
So they put the franchise tag on him.
Yes, and the Chiefs put a franchise tag on Trey Smith. Those were the only two franchise tags. That's actually insane because this is the first time since 1994 that there have only been two or less franchise tags. Just look up T Higgins franchise tag.
T Higgins franchise tag, but what about Chase?
Chase, I think he still has a 2 or 3 year contract left. His contract is not over. He signed a 4-year contract like a couple years ago. Jamar Chase is staying. I don't know if they've reworked it since then, but last time I remember seeing any contract negotiations with Jamar Chase was when he signed a 4-year.
Oh, he's on his last year. That's why
Oh,
he wanted money.
okay.
This season is his last year.
They're gonna pay him. They're gonna
No,
pay him.
no wonder why he was demanding the money now.
No, that was T Higgins that was demanding the money. That's why they franchise tagged him. But
No,
Jamar
but
Chase,
Chase is going to. Chase was asking money because he knows. It's like
uh,
it's like pay me now or you're gonna regret it later. Look at the market right now. How much DK Metcalf got paid? Devontae
look at how much
Adams.
Patriots spent on nothing. I don't like that. I don't like any player that the Patriots, other than Harold Landry. I don't like any player that the Patriots got. Who did they even get other than Harold Landry and uh, what's his name?
If
I
I
forgot
don't
his
know
name.
what Cincinnati's gonna do. Cincinnati's in a lot of issue with cap.
Well, they have money stalled up for the next couple of years. They're gonna pay Jamar Chase. They have to franchise.
I think it's not more so because of the money. It's just because the owners don't like to spend. Because if you remember the drama that was with Burrow, is like they were saying that they were in contract negotiations even before Lamar entered his, and they took them too long to actually sign Burrow because they don't like to spend money. That's the owner's philosophy. They don't like to spend money when they need to spend money.
Oh yeah.
And that's why
Isn't that guy
the
Jay Hill?
Bengals had their practice field out in the open. They don't have indoors, so
Isn't BJ Hill the one they just let go, or is that Jermaine Pratt?
um, DJ Reed was let go.
No, BJ Hill, their D
Oh,
tackle.
yeah, I think they Trey Hendrickson hasn't is a free agent.
Uh,
Yeah,
he's a free agent. I didn't know they cut him. I know he requested a trade. I didn't know they ended up going all in.
Trey. Let me see if he. Regarding his future, cannot be traded.
They're locking in Trey Hendrickson. Oh yeah, I just looked it up. They did let go of BJ Hill.
Mm-hmm.
BJ Hill, you could have paid him $12 million. He would have stayed for like 3 years. I don't know why they didn't pay him. He's a quality player. Oh yeah, Jermaine Pratt. Okay, so Trey Hendrickson requested a trade. They're not trading him. They said that they're going to lock him down, try to get a contract negotiation. BJ Hill was, after requesting a trade, was cut. Jermaine Pratt has requested a trade, and further negotiations will construct. Basically, their defense is.
Obviously going live. Finally. All right. So now that he's going live, let me end this one. I'll see you over there. But hey,
Okay.
thanks for coming in.
All right. See.
And well, let's see what the future holds with DHop.
Yeah. I'll see you.
All right. Thanks for stopping by, man.
Thanks, man.
All
Hey,
right.
real quick.
Yeah.
I want you to take a look at one thing. All right. Please, I know I'm probably not going to tune into another one of these streams if I do see you because I'm just busy. But please, whatever you do,
Yeah.
root for my Rams. we need to do good.
I got a friend of the family that's a Rams fan, so
Well, tell him.
I root for him. It's like I always say to him, it's like I'll see you in the Super Bowl if you.
Oh
reach
yeah.
it. It's like.
Well, now that we have Devontae Adams, people are calling us a contender. I don't know about that.
Hey,
we just need to get one more quality receiver.
Rams Ravens Super Bowl. Rams Ravens Super Bowl. RVR.
That would be insane. That's not happening.
No, but
Lamar is a choke artist, just like Josh Allen, and we're just not made. I don't think we could have made it. We got Devontae Adams and we had Demarcus Robinson. We got rid of Demarcus Robinson. We're cooked. We're not going anywhere.
You never know. You never know.
I'll see you, man. Have a good night.
All right, you too, man. Thanks for stopping by. All right, and with that, send it over to Bobby on his channel, Bobby Baltimore. See you there.